players.
Ba-ba-bum-bum. It's Callback versus Halfbeasty.
Your champion, Halfbeasty. High hopes.
Yeah. Offhandedly, I said, you know who's doing pretty good in these races?
I mean,
Halfbeasty.
you said it at all. That is more
A player to watch out for. That's what I said.
Yeah, your champion.
You know when they first caught my eye, Maurice?
When they joined some race?
But yeah, they joined a race in Glasskeeper Glavis. And I was like, oh man, that's that really tough game. Wonder how it went. Oh, this person, Halfbeasty, won the race. Their time, how does that compare to past times? Oh, Halfbeasty beat Maurice by 20 seconds. What do you know?
I expected more, I'll be honest. The way you were telling this story.
It was very close.
I remember my time was not great. My time was not great on Glasskeeper Glavis. I remember that much.
But I thought, here's someone who conquered a really difficult puzzle game.
Yeah, that's true.
And they've been doing that ever since. Almost all the races that they joined, which is many of them. The puzzle games almost always finishing first from a pack of up to 6 people or whatever.
Yeah, we've seen. I remember seeing. Oh, it's Halfbeasty who's finished a bunch of times, really.
Yeah. Which is what we used to see from Andy, back when Andy would play all the races. What we saw from Maurice, when Maurice would join all the races. And
I missed that time.
What we saw from that one guy, when he would join all the races. A good player who only gets better. Versus Callback, who's got the slightly below 50% win rate, just one less win than a loss. According to the the stats from their previous tournaments, if we roll in their progress in this tournament, then these numbers flip, I imagine.
Hold on, I don't have the thing open.
I do too, so I could have done it myself.
Here.
You did it. You did it moments before I did. Yeah, look, it's even now. One extra win compared to losses, so Callback's at 50% currently.
Oh, Halfbeasty losing to my champion. Oh, my second champion.
Yeah.
My champion is still someone 3-5.
That's a really good champion. Maybe we'll be one day. Callback's wins come courtesy of Bloxor's classic Flash game, roll a block around, kind of oblong shape to it. That means it rolls and rotates in strange ways. And then Moai-kun, which was a puzzle game. Famicom, jumping around. Precise jumps, that sort of thing. But then fell to Triscorp, our reigning champion, who just absolutely decimated this Bordigin goal.
Oh, yeah.
We had games from this developer a number of times in the past. They're all high execution with slightly janky controls.
And very like punishing mechanics. So in Bordigin, you could kill the hostage, you could drop the hostage, you could get yourself set on fire by killing a fire guy and catching the shuriken again. You can just blow yourself up. You can kill an enemy that you need to destroy a wall. There's a lot of stuff you can do wrong in that game.
Halfbeasty defeated Chosen last in Afterburst, this Game Boy game.
Don't ask me about it again.
Okay.
But don't ask me about it.
There's a cannon.
Yeah.
You shoot it.
True.
Mirror.
Mirror?
I don't know. I forget.
I mean, it's right. You're a robot with a cannon. You can like shoot in different directions, and it's kind of puzzly. The level sucked. It's very.
What are we listening to? Is this F-Zero song going at like 5 times speed or something?
I don't know.
It keeps popping in my ears.
It sounds fine to me.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna just mute that so that stops happening. And then Zipang. Zipang. It's Solomon's Key. It's another name for Solomon's Key.
Oh, was it? Wasn't it like some weird knockoff?
No, it was a port with a different name and a different. They reskinned the game, but it is that game. Several of the levels are all the same, maybe even most of them.
Huh.
And then Crazy Balloon.
Crazy Balloon 2005. What a game. We're gonna see esports about this game.
It's a Kuru-Rin-like sort of thing. This balloon oscillates and you just sort of steer it around without touching the sides.
It's surprisingly much like Kuru-Rin. Like usually you would think, oh, it's a game like where you avoid the wall, it's a maze game. But Kuru-Rin is special because you're constantly rotating, so your shape changes. And in this game too, your shape is constantly changing by the balloon wiggling back and forth.
I've just stopped watching and then started watching your stream again, and I'm still getting bizarre audio issues.
Are we having audio issues? I can also just reshare. Maybe that.
It's probably on my end only, but if I can't get game audio, that would be shit, right? If I don't get ringwave, whatever, I can put up with it. But I would like the game audio. Yep, that fixed it.
We did it.
That was what it was. It was literally this. The music was going like 3 times speed.
I don't think that makes any sense, but I know what you mean.
I'm serious. It was like like if someone hit the fast forward button on Rainwave just on your Discord.
But that makes no sense.
I know.
Like, what are you like 5 songs ahead now? How? What if I vote for a song now and it changes? Are we creating a paradox?
It was so strange. Maybe that's what those pops were. Was it like resetting, like jumping backwards in the song afterwards? It was freaking me out, to be honest, and I'm glad it's over. However, what's not over is the wait for this race. I've seen this game in the drop pool.
Me
and
too.
I've been looking forward to it.
I don't know anything about this game. I always thought this was a boring game because I only saw the cover. But then the more I learn about it, the more this sounds like a first-person speedrun game. You know,
it very much is.
Like the game we saw yesterday. For 5 minutes. Or
I wanna start talking about it, but it's a very modern game. So if you do not have a very modern system, streaming it and then having it run perfectly, you don't want it to just barely run when you do your speedrun race or mystery tournament, right? You want it to run well. So I'm gonna wait until we're absolutely sure that the players are gonna be able to play it to talk about it. But there's a pretty easy analogy for what this game is like for anyone who knows the touchstone that I have in mind. I don't know if you will, Maurice.
I mean,
I
know.
Strike me as a gamer type.
I don't strike you as a gamer. Yeah, I don't really play video games.
No, the gamer type, the sort of person who hangs out on the voice call and is shot calling which targets everyone should focus fire together.
What?
Callouts.
Oh, you mean like an MMO, or what?
Or something.
Or Destiny.
Yeah. This is not the scene you find yourself.
That's true.
I think.
No, I'm not like a clan guy.
It's not where I am.
I'm not in a guild.
What are these emotes? Game is ultimate. I love that. Oh, Macaw. Makes sense.
Because the guy who always has funny reactions, right?
Yeah, he's a retro game streamer. He loves every game that is... The weirder and wilder the game is, he loves it more. The more popular it is, he hates it. He's the inverted man. If you're the kind of person who likes hanging around here because you like seeing all these weird games you never would have seen before, Macaw is the sort of streamer you might want to check out. Macaw with some numbers at the end. 345 or something? 354? A couple of numbers. Good luck Googling macaw numbers. Oh wait, I can just hover. Yeah, 45.
So either he's 45 or 79.
Yeah. I think both of those don't quite line up. Especially because he would have been 45 when he made the account, however.
No, he did. He was like preparing
for this moment.
for this year.
What's gonna happen this year?
It's the year of Macaw.
Okay.
My email used to be Maurice10 provider dot whatever, and people would ask me, "Oh, are you really 10?" No. First of all, obviously not. And second of all, that doesn't even make sense.
Are you really 10? The only jokes I get about Mythical 9 are like, what happened to the first 8? That's the only one, really. FFAO is taking great care to get the players set up correctly in this game.
Yeah, don't. One of the other racers who joined the race was like, "Hey, you could go to settings and skip animations and stuff." And then, no, you can't. Not if the pastebin doesn't tell you about it. It's not a race who can run Sheet Engine and use the speed hack on the game the fastest.
Well, I don't think it's quite as egregious as that. Why, when I'm trying to give back to the community and stretch my vocal wings here in front of everyone and perform, am I being shamed for having not built my new computer that I've had the parts for?
What, you haven't done that?
Just leave me alone.
I mean, maybe I'm different, but when I get like a new gadget, I bought like a stream deck, not really for streaming, but it's my excuse kind of that I use it for that. I really just like gadgets like that, and I can't wait to unpack it and play around with it.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a work call and I did it at that time because I just couldn't wait.
I would get into it, but it's like I don't know, it's like a psychologic sort of thing. It's gonna get at my inner psychology.
If you can't do it,
it's not necessarily gonna be pretty.
What?
I am fine. If I'm pretty sure when I put that computer together, it's not gonna work.
Do you want to? Do you
I
want to do it
feel
on stream? I can help.
Truly, that it won't work.
Do you want?
Or that if I'm gonna break it, I'm not only is it not gonna work, I'm gonna have wasted hundreds of dollars if I touch it. So like that prevents me from wanting to touch it. If I don't touch it, everything is fine.
I mean, maybe it will actually help if you do it in a voice call or something, and we can watch and help.
Then I get concerned about static electricity. You know, I've got these headphones on, and I'm in this computer's active. What does that mean for?
Yeah, I feel like
I don't have
static
any
electricity.
surface. I'm planning on building this in another room, which is like not anywhere near this computer.
I feel like static electricity, you should do it because why not? It's free, but it has never been an issue for me for anything ever.
I remember being so scared when I built my first computer. I was like, it's wintertime, it's really dry. Is this okay?
Alright, let's see about your game
Are we
analogy.
there?
We're there.
It's Ghostrunner 2. The demo for this game didn't exist, so apparently we found it, and that's cool. This is a first-person, wall-running, dashing ninja simulator. And the touchstone for this is if you've ever played Genji in Overwatch.
Oh.
This is the Genji game.
Yeah.
Everything Genji does, this guy does more or less.
I played Overwatch. I shot more Genjis than I was Genji, but I get what you mean.
Well, you got the dash, you got the wall run. You don't have a triple shuriken throw or whatever. You have a sword. So you're doing his ult all the time.
Isn't this more like Neon White then?
Well, Neon White has those power-up cards that serve both purposes of
which is really cool.
Mobility and attacking. This is not that. You have a sword. That's your attack. Reflecting attacks is also your attack. And you don't have a variety of movement techniques you have while running, jumping, dashing. But, I mean, same sort of movement and fighting guys blended together as seamlessly as possible. Certainly, they have that in common.
I have this game. This was free on Epic Store in like 2 weeks or 3 in like December, one of the days.
You might like it.
I mean, if it's anything like Neon White, hell yeah.
What do I mean that we found it? I don't know. It wasn't on... The demo came out, I think, for Steam Next Fest. And then the game launched. And so the demo was not there anymore. We were just on the store page and like, where did it go? And so apparently we tracked it. Apparently it lives somewhere. And we found it. And we gave it to the players, and now they can play it. And we can watch. RaceBot is counting down. We talked about a lot of things to fill the time before this race, and you were all so patient, and now your reward. Callback versus Halfbeasty. Here we go.
Alright, short pace spin, but let's watch first. We have a dash. Important. Dash as much as you're allowed to. There's a wall run there. Who cares? Just dash over the thing.
This is correct.
With Sonic.
Yep.
That's the way he liked them.
Do we have to kill things?
Many areas have a bunch of enemies that you have to kill in order to move on. You can slide down this slope. Here's your tutorial to reflect this shot at this guy, or maybe it's about dodging this one.
Callback didn't figure that out faster.
Yeah.
We're so
They're
synced.
now completely synced.
Oh,
Critical
we got shot.
failure.
Oh, we got shot. Even the dying is synchronized.
Halfbeasty with one clean reflected shot on the guy. Callback, not so much.
Yeah, missed the reflections.
Yeah, so you have this little
Before I did.
crosshair in the middle of the screen. I couldn't decide between reticle and crosshair, and my brain was going to mix them up.
It's an FPS, it's a crosshair.
It's a crosshair, and when you reflect stuff, it doesn't go back where it came from. It goes back where you're aiming, I'm pretty sure.
Which is cool.
Genji Overwatch.
If some guy's shooting you, you can reflect them onto a different guy.
Yeah, but it does mean you need to aim. If your aim is not good, you're not going to hit anyone with these reflected shots. So I think Halfbeasty hit that guy square, and Callback maybe didn't quite.
Where's our dash recharge? Is it just the general stamina in the middle? Because then we can dash a lot more than both of these players are.
Oh, apparently you do have shurikens in this game as well.
And you really are, Genji.
Some kind of limited use shuriken, potentially. You got a grappling hook. Genji don't got no grappling hook.
Oh, we got shot from
Callback's
behind.
is the barrel. Yeah. Good instinct. Or, yeah, it was one of these two guys, I guess.
The camera turned around. I figured that was like the hint, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'd be worried that's a secret.
Oh.
This game has a lot of secret areas with little trinkets to discover.
I'm really liking the soundtrack, but it's so much quieter than the annoying voice.
Yeah, it's got a sort of menacing, sort of EDM, dubsteppy sort of thing going on. Halfbeasty is looking at a wall, isn't quite sure where to go. The yellow color here seems to be being used to signpost, right, on these wall runs.
I mean, there's like a thing above it. What's that about? There we go.
Nice.
Wait, so Callback is way ahead.
Yes. I kept trying to see, like, where is Halfbeasty, you know?
Yeah, same.
Couldn't quite place it. Now finally we see it.
Halfbeasty needs to move further away from this wall. Who's here?
GR? Ghostrunner?
Oh. Doesn't sound as cool, I'll be honest.
No. This guy's coming in. Hold A and D to dodge or something.
Oh man, he's got two swords. Wow. And one sword is better than two.
Callback looking pretty good. Just in the general sort of movement, decision making in 3D space. Oh god!
Man, I could have drawn this game. I'm blind to this.
You could have. Not anymore.
Yeah, it's over.
Halfbeasty strafing around, uses the shuriken from afar, goes in for the double kill, moving horizontally away from the enemies behind him, but overcome on the
He's
approach.
shaking a lot. I feel like there's some kind of panic in the movement.
Yeah, or
Very-
like an over high sensitivity, not used to this sort of game.
Very erratic everything. Jesus.
Whoa.
Getting seasick looking at this.
They are playing in the middle of an earthquake. So Callback surging ahead, getting his head cut off by this two-sword dancer twirl around thing they open with.
Game's quite brutal. There's a lot of blood. We have
A
the
lot of
18
grabbing
filter.
a guy point blank and sticking
Yes.
your sword all the way through his skull.
He's a robot. Okay. That's how a lot of games, you know, like Germany used to be bad about violence in
Yeah.
video games. So, for example, Command and Conquer, everything's robots. And that's why the
it's not
blood,
blood,
is green.
it's oil.
Yeah,
It's oil
exactly.
pump.
Yeah, it's oil. It's oil. Same thing here.
Where did they learn to move like that?
Yeah,
Ganondorf didn't cough of blood. That's green. Oh, that guy just jumped away. Did he jump into the pit? He wall ran across to the other side.
I don't think he was supposed to do that. Oh, here he comes.
Okay, so you've got a pretty easy counter follow-up here. Halfbeasty is joining Callback on this same encounter. Caught up a lot. Shaky movements or no.
Perhaps you should look for an alternate entrance?
Perhaps you should look for an alternate entrance is a terrifying thing to hear your navigator say in a mystery
Yeah.
race. We got a fan here. It'll boost you up there. And there's enemies here. Always a good sign you're in the right place. So indicator there. This door's open. Why are we looking for a new way when that door's open?
I think that is the alternate entrance.
Oh. Well then why did she tell us to look for it when the icon was
We had to
blinking
look
on
for the
map?
door.
What is the blinking in the world? You know, like I assumed that was information she was telling us represented as a blinking go this way.
Reporting in.
She's not the GR. She doesn't have the vision.
Kira, you're not taking
Oh,
There is, you do literally are, you're a magic Cyberman. You know, like you, this game will maybe get into it in the, later on in the demo, we'll see.
Callback needs to dash more.
to Jack's system.
Dash!
Yes.
Earlier, twice!
What for? The only signal
Where you going, bro?
our system will automatically respond to is
Another Ghostrunner signal.
correct.
So there's that meter that pops up in the middle of the screen on the dash.
Maybe we can only dash once in here?
Smart.
I'm not sure.
Let's see Halfbeasty.
Now, give me the access.
Dash step got way higher from that.
Through. On to the next section, just moments behind Callback.
Seems like you're
Yep.
approaching a warehouse.
Warehouse. What kind of house that turns into a werewolf at night?
Oh, you gotta push
Inside.
the Tempest skill.
Most likely.
Ooh, don't dash through the laser. Oh, don't dash through the laser.
Likely. These
I love
warehouses
Think.
store
These
these
players, man. I love them.
construction.
So you push it through, and then what? Now you can go around it the long way, and it's there for you to do something. Oh, it's a launcher. I see.
Up until last year, this area was
Halfbeasty
heavily
doesn't quite
guarded.
see. Now they get it.
Keymaster had a tight grip on all the resources in Dharma.
Here's Callback in the next section. A lot of guys.
Right,
Just
these
a
are
bunch
small
of
guys.
goobers.
Yeah, you can just slash them.
Just get them cut up. There was a quick 1, 2, 3, 4 from Halfbeasty looking around, finds a jet. Callback's looking around where to go. Doesn't see it. There it is.
Gotta push this thing through the laser and then bounce on it.
Yep.
Any progress?
It's like funny, like in video games you just do the thing you can do. It has to be correct, otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it.
Ghostrunners were not meant to be detected.
Halfbeasty sending it back the other way.
Yeah, actually we go
Oh.
here first
We'll
Okay.
find him eventually.
to disable the laser, I think.
I'm
Shoot
trying
through
to
with the
faster
shuriken?
one way or the other. But every hour
Oh no,
he's
you
out
just
there,
keep going. What?
an hour too
Was it a complete red
That was-
herring?
That was the side area. Again, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of secrets,
Damn.
trinkets,
Never mind then.
coins.
My wisdom was useless.
Yeah, led you astray. Your gamer senses.
It's interesting, this game has like a slowdown that I think they're activating manually. And that's an interesting thing in a blind race, right? Because it will help you gameplay-wise, but you don't want to go slow.
So apparently the door wouldn't open. You had to throw that yellow thing that they jumped towards. They interacted with that yellow in some way as to get through the door.
It's a completely different door.
I don't even know if it was a door. It was just a yellow. It was yellow. They threw a laser in it.
They threw a laser in the hole? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I didn't know you could throw lasers. We can push things. We can dash. We can wall run. We can slash. We can reflect. We can throw shurikens. A shuriken. You throw a shuriken at the yellow, and it opens the way.
Well, yeah, they did that on the right side, but on the left, you could move the bounce pad to... I mean, whatever! It's like
I think
2
the
minutes
left opened
ago.
to the right, and then the right had another shuriken.
I didn't see them throw a shuriken on the left side.
I just saw them jump up and dash, try to dash into the yellow thing, and that didn't work. That's what I saw.
Anyway, we're Sonic...
This is a fast-paced game, and there's a lot of audio cues that we're like not quite getting to fully pay attention to because our attention is split between two people. What is Halfbeasty doing? Okay, I thought they were inside the
outside
geometry.
the arena. They're in the same, like literally in the same spot.
Yeah. Oh, the shockwave. Callback got hit. Those toesies, so vulnerable.
This is like an arena. Common thing in these
Yes.
games, like Doom, honestly, as well. You get into a room, it's either a platforming challenge or it's a combat challenge. This is very much the combat type.
Yeah.
There's an arena,
or
there's
it's,
like...
or it's transitional between those two things.
Yeah, but usually it's pretty clear cut which one it's gonna be.
When you get into a big room, it's going to be one of those two things.
Yeah,
And usually, if people start shooting at you, you know which one.
it's the puzzle right now.
And sometimes it's both. Sometimes you need to do some like platforming wall run chains just to get up high somewhere to hit something
again,
that deactivates a shield on an enemy that you otherwise couldn't kill.
Ah, Halfbeasty killed everything, found the last guy hiding in the house, and then the last guy just shot him.
Yeah, costly
rude.
death. Oh, an early swing there. Halfbeasty's okay. Throws the shuriken at him this time.
Oh, Callback doesn't even go in the house. Just found this
No.
like pipe out of there. We're gonna Tony Hawk our way to the next area.
I saw this pipe and I was curious about it. And turns out it's the way to go.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Another
think
port
it
here.
is.
Either down the other pipe or here. But this seems good. You're done. Oh. There's so many places to go. Jesus.
Yeah. We've sometimes we get these hyper modern games and the environment is so detailed and realistic.
Oh. It's the house. So this arena is just bigger than we thought.
Oh, it's all part of the
Oh, but it's
okay.
open now. That's the exit up the pipe. But only after you killed
Halfbeasty
everything.
has an icon up on the top part of the map. Oh, still needs to kill this guy.
It seems like there's another guy on the right. Through the pipe.
Yeah, that door's still red.
Halfbeasty grind. Do a Sonic.
There we go. Callback is driving a vehicle,
Oh,
which is a thing I didn't realize
No.
was going to be in this game.
Halfbeasty gets got by the sledgehammer guy.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, we're driving a vehicle, you're right. What the hell?
There's a lot of costly deaths from Halfbeasty. Like,
Yeah.
right at the end of the longest single encounter of the game so far.
This vehicle section is pretty cool. I like this.
It's very turbo tunnel.
Bam.
So what, do you want to smash into that?
Yeah, it opens the door. You don't want to smash into that. That opens your body.
Got it. My body is closed. That's how I like it. I flip the sign over from close to open.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
This game is awesome. What the hell?
Uh-oh. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
But there was a checkpoint. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Oh, shortcut! Oh my god, that deadly shortcut. But let's go.
Blue is necessary. Yellow is good. Red is bad.
Whoa! Okay, that's fine. Small hiccup.
Halfbeasty getting the guy on the inside. Who's left? Is there like a radar or anything? There is. The top right. There are red guys on the radar. Thank goodness. How am I only just now noticing? That's
Whoa!
the last guy.
Whoa! We're playing F-Zero GX now.
A little bit. Signal lost?
Oh, but there was a
Again,
checkpoint right
the checkpoint
before.
right there.
All right, seems clear what they were
I
guarding.
don't
Is that
even know
just
what
how
we
this
ran into.
section works? Or is it just fortuitous on Callback's part?
I think it's lucky.
Yeah, that was the checkpoint because we're back here now.
Yeah.
Kira, where is he?
Just get
Here
out of
comes
the way.
Halfbeasty.
I'll direct you.
You got boost
Trailing
power.
by like a minute or something.
Whoa!
Using your
Oh,
business
too far.
chip to ping heads.
Oh no, there's a wall. I gotta spin. And then it's 360 degrees.
360. Yeah, tried to spin 360 degrees and walk away, and it
Yeah.
didn't quite work out.
And
Oh,
then
too
does it
far.
again!
Almost did a 540 or whatever.
Hard to tell. Stay on it, and we might be able to extrapolate his destination.
Oh,
That was a dangerous amount
when
of
you
time.
slow down, you start losing the signal. That's how you sometimes randomly die.
Oh, signal lost. Okay.
It's the bar at the top. You don't want it to become empty.
Oh, you gotta do the wall ride here. Yep, Halfbeasty gets it. Callback's starting to dial in on these angles. Like if you need to do a 180 degrees, you don't need to go super sharp at
Whoa.
all, really. That seemed bad.
It was like a bend in the tunnel. That's cool.
Yeah, that seemed like the other side was like red angry teeth
Yeah.
that would just launch you. Is the angle good? Yes, it is. Halfbeasty back quite a ways on that checkpoint. Is
Oh.
Halfbeasty aiming for a secret underneath? No, okay. Oh.
Oh, laser.
I was like, oh, hitting the wall and did not completely pancake your body against the... Oh. The ceiling's coming down. Oh, boy.
I think I can tell where he's headed.
Where?
Outside. Should we just let him leave? Hell no.
Another checkpoint right where Callback died.
It's working out really good. Halfbeasty, haven't seen a death in a while, moving pretty good. Well,
There's a
there's
maintenance
that.
tunnel ahead.
Classic.
For the emergency head.
By the way, how cool
Oh.
is it that we have an empty submission with different genres blended together like this?
He cares about safety
Yeah.
regulations. I mean, can he even open
Like we've got a like first-person runner game. We've got a slash the enemies game. We've got a dodge turbo tunnel game. How
Yeah,
cool is that?
more games should have demos, I guess. That would work out well for us. Halfbeasty's found a secret path on the top here, and it wasn't able to make it work, so it's just going to take the much more consistent path along the ground. Oh,
We got a boost.
is completely okay. Callback's moving on to the next section where we are outside the gosh dang building.
Oh, we're driving down the house now. Hell yeah!
Oh, okay, it's not playable. It's cutscene.
What? Was that it?
Ghostrunner 2. Is that the end of the demo? Has Callback done it?
And I think he does.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for running.
This time we need to
That's it.
This time we need to at least try doing this right.
I mean, it's short. This is just the nature,
Try doing
but I liked
Yeah.
it. That was cool.
It was a sprint.
So we out.
That one arena that Halfbeasty
Oh, yeah.
died late in twice
100%.
was killer. Seems to be doing about the same on the vehicle section. Maybe a little better in spots, a little worse in others.
Emergency hatch 841 has just been unsealed.
Can you close it?
Sure I can.
Oh!
If I get within like 10 meters of it,
Acceleration in the air, really needed.
Oh, bonk. You have to hit the thing on the left here.
and he's out.
I like heavily choreographed games like this. You know, like that section with the lasers? It's not really an obstacle, right? The lasers in the small doorways. As long as you're just kind of going
We won't be able to open it
straight
anytime
enough.
soon.
And there's a bunch of games that do that really well, like Uncharted, for example. I think it's
Yeah,
really
those
cool.
Roller coastery sort of video games, yeah. Oh! Halfbeasty is
0
losing the
kilometers
signal.
an hour.
This Ghostrunner guy just being like, damn it, my snowmobile is stuck. Oh, I'm losing the signal, man.
I figured this is more like an Akira motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We're
There's a
gonna do,
wheel at the front there.
we're gonna do the cool stop at the end. We have to.
It seems like we just kind of drove it off of a building and then fell down.
Yeah, next time.
Critical failure. Oh, just needed a little more.
So was that just the mouse versus no mouse showcase? I assume both players had a mouse.
I don't think you get the sorts of jittery movements we had from Halfbeasty on a controller.
Yeah.
But you...
Although it looks like we're gonna drive this wall down in the real game. Only one way to find out.
Oh, you think a trackpad? Maybe we'll be able to talk to them and ask.
Trackpad? No way, right?
I
Oh my God,
wouldn't
it's the same.
agree to play this kind of game with a trackpad. I see Callback, so I guess I'll grab them and pull them in, and we'll see if Halfbeasty wants to join us at some point. So here is Callback. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You got a pretty fancy game here.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get a very modern demo.
And I've got Halfbeasty now here with us as well. Hello.
Hello.
Were you expecting to draw a game and mystery tournament that maybe you've even seen advertised on the Steam stores?
Well, no, I definitely didn't expect to find a game like this.
So what do you think?
Well, this is about as far out of my comfort zone as you can get. Like, the one genre I literally avoid like the plague is first-person shooters, and yeah.
How about you, Callback?
I mean, I, kind of just do a little bit of everything. This had been kind of under my radar, but they're pretty fun demos, so maybe I'll keep an eye out for sales in the future.
Both of you struggled a little bit with sort of like navigation of like the environment is just very detailed and realistic. So like it wasn't always quite so telegraphed where to go. Did you
Yeah,
find
I mean,
like
there
that
was
was
kind of
problem?
a key of like looking for yellow to try to figure out which way was kind of intended for some of it, but I don't know. How'd you do with that?
Yeah, it was pretty clear for most parts. There were a few parts where I was like, where do I go now? I think the only thing I really struggled with at some point was that you had to shoot a button, which was not necessarily really explained, or a grapple, which I think the first time we had to grapple, the grapple point was just constantly just out of my screen, and I had no idea where to
Oh.
actually go. because the tutorial for it also just disappeared in like half a second and didn't come back.
Yeah, that's always a shame when you miss the thing. You're like, wait, was that important? Was that? I hope not. Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm not sure if I missed this tutorial or not, I didn't really understand either the energy or ammo system that the shurikens were using, because in the final like combat arena I was running out a bunch of times and, you know, ended up dying because I was trying to use something I don't have, and not really sure how that system worked, but...
It seemed like the blue hexagon going around the shuriken icon was counting up, I think, when you like got kills with the sword.
It might have been. It might be like a hyperlight situation. Again, it was not something I figured out during the short time with this, but yeah, definitely would be beneficial to have a mastery over that.
So you said this was something outside your comfort zone, Halfbeasty, which is like obviously not good when you're trying to win a race. But is it the sort of thing where like you're happy to like maybe be exposed to something you wouldn't have otherwise tried?
Well, for most games when I get something out of my comfort zone or something I wouldn't otherwise try, I am. But games like this, there are reasons I don't play them, and and I don't ever play them. So basically, the moment I saw the game, I knew I had lost, like before the race even started.
You were playing with a mouse and keyboard, yes?
Yeah, because my left joystick of my controller is too busted to really play games with at the moment.
It seemed like you are, I don't know, maybe your sensitivity was a little bit high or something?
I
already
both took a minute before the race started to adjust that, I think, right?
Yeah, I turned it down quite a bit already, but my hands just are very not stable, and that's an issue I always have with mouse games. The moment I have to do anything with a mouse, my hands just shake a bit too much for that.
I was getting a little shaky in the final arena too. You might have seen my screen jittering a bit because I left the sensitivity fairly high.
Well, it was a tough game. It required some pretty precise aiming, but also like really fast movement, fast decision making. So I think you both did pretty well overall. This was the end of your mystery tournament run, Halfbeasty. It was your first time out. You did really good. It was like 4-2 or something.
3-2 in the end.
3-2.
So yeah, I'm not unhappy with this. This is basically what I expected. I expected it to go a bit worse even because I'm just lacking that experience. But overall, I'm happy with how far I got, and definitely be back next year to try and improve.
Excellent. And Callback, you're moving on. We were talking about how your win rate is 50%. It was. Now it's a little bit higher.
No, I think now it is 50% after this, because I was... Yeah, I was one loss over win before. Well, no, I guess technically it is positive now. If I lose my next match, it'll be 50-50.
Yes. Oh, I see. You've already done the I'm going to lose the next one and factored that into
I mean,
your
unless I win the
calculation.
entire thing, I'm going to have another loss on my record at some point.
Yes, I see. It's very realistic thinking. Well, best of luck on whatever comes your way here in Mystery Tournament, and thank you so much to both of you for coming out and racing and for coming to talk to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG's, and see you later.
GG.